welcome back to the EMBOCALYPSE. And first off, thank you to Cloud557 for this awesome map. Who's watching? So yeah, really appreciating it. So I've had a question about what my plans are for long-term water storage. The honest answer, there really aren't any. I've got super long-term plan. Super long-term. We've got to do something with this. With all of the water that comes out under here. Yes, there are bad water sources, but we can deal with those. Yes, with a bad tide, stuff will come. I've got something in my head that we are going to make use of all the water sources that are under here. Not entirely sure what it is yet, so I'm not going to say, but I've got some ideas in my head for making use of this to be some sort of huge water storage. Clarifier, the map creator, said that he created a water tank off the back of here. So short term, I haven't really thought about it. The really cool thing is because we are only really using water for irrigation, we don't really need to save that much to survive for quite a long time and be able to keep growing crops. So I'm not too worried, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm being foolish, but we are going to keep building water storage, and in this video we're going to be putting in the mechanical water pumps. So get rid of this guy. So I have yet to release video number 3, so I haven't seen your comments on that. I'm getting this video recorded because I want to get at least one more banked, because then real life starts again. So, and what I also am thinking about doing, and having this wall of storage here is actually a little bit inconvenient for what I want to do. I would like to make use of the fact, so we have water flowing out of here, but I think we could make more efficient use of the water flow by having some of it come out this way. Because really all we actually need here, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this. We should probably get the game running, because I want to be stockpiling gears so that we can actually build our mechanical automated water pump thingies. And do I want to, how much? I'm thinking about switching to the larger lumber mill. We would need to stockpile planks, or we build it the other side. We built it there. Let's do that. And let's prioritize building that. Are we short of power? Short of power, supply, demand. No, we're good for power. We're good for power. But these guys are out of beats again. Actually, let's just run 1. Because that way when the beats arrive, we'll process them. We have 3 spare beavers. Let's get some clay going. So it would probably make sense to put some storage in. What do we store clay in? Is it going to be one of these? Yeah. So let's put in a pile here. Let's put in a pile. There's a tree there. That's why I can't put a pile there, because there's a tree in the way. We go. Oh, I've got too many things prioritized. And if everything is a priority, as we know, nothing is a priority. I do like my little sayings. I apologize. No. 25 gears. Our automated water pump needs 30 and 25 planks. So let's ignore that bit, shall we? Let's ignore that bit. Power-wise, we are okay. So one of the things I want to do, once we've got more, only 500 science, don't we? That's an issue. So once we've got more science, the other thing that I want to unlock pretty soon is the small flywheel, so that this thing can be storing power, because once we overmatch it, it can run through the night and store power up. Yes, I know the small flywheel is inefficient, but it's still going to store power. So it's one way to maximize the use of this. And yes, I do agree this is slightly overpowered, but you know, it is what it is. It's available to us in the mod, so we're going to make use of it. Actually got a decent supply of beet juice going on, which is great. How are we looking for our supply of our stocks of raw ingredients? So apples, we've got lots of storage for. Berries, I'm not too worried about. Grilled corn is okay. Radishes, we've got space for. Yes, we've got space for everything still. That's good. Logs we could do. We're kind of okay for. We could maybe do with actually unpausing the gatherer flag. I was going to say we could do with another gatherer flag, but actually we just need the gatherer to be able to work. And some of you have asked why, or one of you at least has asked why I still have the cheesy bridge, because I'd rather focus on building the things that we need to build rather than putting. This works, so the planks that would be going into building that be going into building other things. Right, so we can now pause that one. In fact, we could delete that one and replace it, but we'll pause it for now. Have the 2 beavers working this one, which is more efficient. And suddenly we're short of beavers, because, you know, that's how life goes, isn't it? That's okay, because we can take them out of the research, making sure that they're... Yep. We're getting there with the science anyway, and we've got a solid supply of water, so I'm not... He says confident. I'm not too worried. It'll all be fine. Hope. In worst case, if things were getting really sketchy, we could make the irrigation, the areas we are irrigating much smaller to reduce the amount of water that we're using. And we could actually just irrigate one of these, and that would work better. So, you know, it's okay. It's okay. I do relatively quickly speed time up, because we're trying to just get stuff built, and the quicker we can get stuff built, the better. Yeah. So, and we need science, and hopefully we can get these built as well. So we've got 35 gears now, so it'd be really nice if we could get to 60, but we're being more efficient with... We are now in 95%. Much better. Much better. I'm a little bit nervous to push the population anymore, but I don't know. I don't know. I would like to get these built before I use anything else that's plank heavy. I'm kind of thinking that actually it might make sense just to push that science through more quickly. But then we've got the problem that where I want to put the water pumps, we have crops in the ground. And that's probably because these guys can't get there. So let's unpause this farm, because we've just hit 500 science. So, and I'm going to get them to prioritize the radishes. We've got lots of space for radishes, and I just want to get these cleared out, basically. So let's take you off of gathering berries and put you in farming. Yep. That will hopefully get that done. I know I'm wasting a bit of time. I could just rip these out. And realistically, or as realistically as you can get in a game about post-apocalyptic beavers. Funny, random. I don't very often talk about the real world in TIMBERBORN videos, but I was chatting to someone from a a company that provides music to content creators, and I mentioned TIMBERBORN, and when you say post-apocalyptic beaver game, you get a bit of a look for a second, but yeah. Anyway, let's. I'm gonna set this one to harvesting. Let's get these radishes out of the ground, beavers, please. I wish you could just say harvest the ones that aren't marked to be replanted, but we can't, so you know. And I guess this one actually covers quite a big area, so anyway, in that time we are stockpiling the logs, and we also need planks, so I guess that's not a big problem, because we also need 50 planks. But let's get it unlocked. And who remembers what the next thing I said I wanted to unlock was? Yeah, I know. But that would be, yeah, because we've suddenly jumped up to having full radish storage, which suddenly becomes a bit of a challenge. Do we have any largely empty warehouses? We do not, but that needs to be set to be water. So we need to build another layer of storage. So I know I could unlock the ladders, but that costs money. Science. We don't have 300 science. We have something else we wanted to spend 300 science on. The that was it. Yep, the batteries. So what we're going to do is, I think we will come here. Maybe that's going to be it. Let's come back a little bit further. I'm not going to unlock the triple platform just yet, but what we want to do is be 3 high there. There. So we want to be there and there probably. Yeah, that'll work. And storage, warehouse. You, and I'm going to medium prioritize those. For all of the paths, shall we? That would help a great deal. You're going to be radishes. I guess if we had beets, which we don't, we could have prioritized that. But yeah. In that case, I am going to just rip those out. Just rip the band-aid off. And let's prioritize that. I'll go back up to double speed. So we are generating 230 HP, which is fine. It's plenty of power. I mean, water-wise, actually, we're nearly full. But what's going to let us do is free up beavers. I think to build the bigger ones, we need to be getting into clay bricks, actually, not metal. Do we need... No, so we could be looking at getting into those soon. It's interesting. That's interesting. So we could be looking at unlocking the larger storages soon. What do they look like? Do they just look like the normal ones? Yeah. Okay. That might not be an awful idea. Oh, why did you go to bed? Bad beavers. Bad beavers. Yeah, so we want 300 times, because that way the engine can just run constantly. Which I quite like. And technically we don't need this corner here now, because this is all connected through other ways, so we can put at least one small flywheel in. That'd be good. Our beet juice supply has dropped significantly while we wait for our next beet crop. Lots of more potatoes, tomatoes. So yeah, I want to get these automated water pumps in, and then we will start to look at what the next step is in the process. I'm going to have to, yeah, I really want to take more crops out of there. So we are going to platform that. And then we're going to do that. Actually, no, let's do that. No, let's do that. And then let's do that. That gets us 2, which is the equivalent of over 3 normal water pumps, plus the fact that they don't take a break. So that'll be really good. In that corner, we will put in a medium tank set to water, and it'll be a supply. Now, I have seen a comment on one of JC's videos that it's really important to have haulers set up for these guys. So we will want to pause when the drought starts, pause, unpause, pause, pause, unpause, pause. Now the power supply will manage that for us anyway. I'm going to make that a lower priority and that a lower priority, and we're going to make that a medium high priority so that they actually do that one first. And then once we've got one of these online, I feel that we can probably pause one of these, and that'll be good. And what I might start doing is making use of some of this area to build water storage. Now, I know we've got these beavers, but the science has more important places to go at the moment, in the same way that planks has more important places to go. What? Nope, we're not going to worry yet. I was going to say I want to start thinking about setting up the stream gauges for a bad tide, but I'm worrying about things that aren't happening yet. So let's get the rest of these tomatoes planted. Tomatoes. There we go. Good, getting the rest of the planting tidied up. We can probably, I think we'll go down to like one farmer in there, particularly until we get this storage built. Let's prioritize that as well. Yeah. So we've got 66 gears. Now it's planks that is the issue, isn't it? Yeah. Let's fire you up. We're probably struggling on power now. Yeah, supply. Yeah, and this is where having that small flywheel would be awesome, because it would allow, certainly for a period of time, and what we could do is just throw a beaver in there. That would, and that's why I didn't delete this, because that way we can up our power output and run this at full power. And yeah, now we're getting this built, which is great. Yeah, so the suggestion that I saw regarding haulers, and we've got some haulers, so it's okay, was to have a second hauling post with a couple of beavers in it. Just have that set to be a high priority job, so you always had some haulers. And if we get to the point where we're struggling in terms of beaver power, so we have a drought approaching in 3 days, so no bad tide, which we could have had. That's okay. We are almost out of beet and radish juice. We really need these beets to be being harvested. So we need more farming going on, really. So I think we are going to, we've got the science. I've got the science that I want in the short term. So those are prioritized. But yeah, let's get more farmers going in. Get these crops out of the ground. Because that's the problem. I don't want, and I can't afford to have crops sat in the ground waiting to be harvested. So we need these farmers working. That's why I'm focusing on storage, to be honest. I'm less worried about berries. But all of the real crops, I really don't want to have full storage of. Oh, we need to be grilling some more corn. Yeah, so we've got more radish storage now, so it's good. Put those in, but let's... I think we're generally not too bad for everything else, so... Yeah. Really want to get these fields cleared. Replant these. I mean, these have been sat here for quite a while, I think. And they can get up there, can't they? Yeah, because they planted them, so... It would be really nice if they got them cleared out. It would be really nice if we got this finished. We've got all of the materials to build both of them, so... I think we've only got 2 builders, so... Yeah. But we are growing the population. We're up to 35 beavers, so... We just need to get these crops out of the ground. Might need to look at another farm. We might need to look at another farm. So for me, making efficient use of the farmland is really important. He says that he's leaving an unfarmed spot on the map. So let's come in here and... Oh, that's just where it's being harvested. That's okay. Yeah. I really, really want to... I don't like seeing these unharvested crops, as I've said. We've got everything built. Oh no, we're building our water pumps. That's okay. So your water storage. We've got space for 300 water at the moment. So I think in the... Then there's the drought. 23 days. Oh, we didn't get our water pumps built. We did. We did. We pumped 50 water. Okay. We've got 23 days. Actually, let's just pause a second. Let's just pause. Get the old calculator out. Now, in theory, the beavers are not going to drink very much of this water, but we have 35. Call it 36 if we fill all the beds at the moment. And they can drink up to 2.1 water a day, which is 75 water a day times 23 equals... So that's 1,700 water. So if we didn't produce any juice, we've got enough water at the moment. So that's awesome. We are going to produce juice, so I'm not worried about that. Our clay storage is full, so you can be paused. I actually think that we should have a look at, first off, the, let's delete that. We're going to come into power. We're going to come into flywheels. Do I wait for the medium? No, because that needs metal. I think everything bigger. That's -7. That's -10. But that's 800 science. I'm not worried about the power loss particularly. So, yeah, we're going to throw one of those in. It can only store 1,500 HP, the thingies, but it gives us a little bit of a buffer when we are overpowered. We're full on planks, so you can both be paused. 5 spare beavers suddenly. Let's just slow down and think for a moment. You, more builders. More haulers. Yeah. Let's get you going on beats for a bit. I guess we could store planks, because we want to keep this one going as well. So let's get planks being stored. going to put in another lumberjack flag. And I think it's time for medical beds. We've got a lot of injured beavers, so well-being. It's only 80 science, so yeah, we'll tuck one medical bed just there. And maybe one medical bed just there. That'll be fine. I would like to get that and that built. And actually, before we build that, we're going to put in a corner there so that I can replace that with a mechanical water pump. And I don't really want to sacrifice growable space there, so I think we're going to start moving our water storage. But what do we want more crop storage for? So we've got still got space for apples at the moment. Grilled corn I'm not worried about. Radishes, we're producing lots of radishes. Tomatoes, okay, keep the farmers working. That's good. Yeah, we've got lots of injured beavers. Let's prioritize. Oh, we've got 3. So let's get those beds being built, because then we can make the beavers work. Get that built, because I want to get... Actually, we've cut down most of those trees, so maybe we're okay for that. I'm not sure. I am not sure, but we do need to be getting more juice produced. Is that just a case of we are not harvesting beets fast enough? Could be. It could be. Beets are our limiting factor. It's tempting to put in an extra farm. I put one down here. That covers most of that. We'll give them a bit of time to see if they can catch up. Give them a bit of time to see if they can catch up. They've got haulers now to keep everything cleared out. So what do we need to get to clay bricks? A bit more science. And that doesn't need power either. I could put that here. Throw in a small log store. Did I pause all my science? No. Oh. That should be good. We should be able to get that going very soon. Got 40 planks. How many planks do I need to replace the cheesy bridge? Not that many. So we're going to double down on the cheese for a moment, because I don't want to disconnect us. We're going to do that, and then we're going to get rid of the cheesy bridge. Plant crops, plant tomato. I wonder if it's worth us juicing some switching you, because we've got capacity for water. Switching you to be apple juice. Because we've got 500 odd apples. So it's not as efficient, but we've not really got a lot of beets. So let's do that. Let's do that. Set all of it. This is going to flash for a while. This is just so we don't disconnect the colony once we delete this. So if they can build that one. There we go. Right, let's delete that. Grab our platforms. Path. We will high prioritize that, and then I can delete that mess. Everyone will be happier, apart from those that might be expecting it to be a bridge. It's not going to be. Our science has much better places to go, like the brick kiln, so we can get large water tanks, which will be infinitely more useful. We're clearing all these crops yet. Okay, that's in. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Right. Delete. Delete you. Delete you. If I delete that one, then they can still get those across there, and then we'll delete the rest. So, let's prioritize picking those up. I am not going to waste the logs. Actually, we get all of the logs back from that. That's quite nice. Delete you. Here's the delete tool. There we go. Thank you very much. Prioritize picking you up. There we go. And then we should be able to get both of those. I know I can move the stuff pass around. I can't be bothered with that, to be honest, most of the time. So there we go. No more cheesy bridge. And in that time, we have got the science we need for the clay pit. Look at that. It's like I planned it. Right. Let's go. So where do bricks go? Do bricks go in the clay pit? Charcoal, dirt. Looks like they do not. So they go in a warehouse. They do. So, and look at that. I mean, the Emberpelts are going to love this, aren't they? They are sat next to a thingy bob, a kiln. You know, they're the fire clan. They're going to be as happy as a happy thing. It does mean we've got some vacancies now, which is maybe a problem, but you know, it's a problem. So you can see now through the night, this is spinning this up. It does discharge a little bit because of smart power, but that means we've got lots more power available, and then it doesn't always have to run constantly. It's good. It's a good thing. Yeah. Then we're now producing apple juice and beet juice, so we've got plenty to drink. Fluid situation is good. Why don't you? Oh, you don't have power because obviously the water wheels aren't turning. That's built, so that can be built now. And then that can be deleted and be replaced with an automated water pump. There we go. You need to be prioritized by haulers. You need to be prioritized by haulers. You're going to be a supply. Now, if we had 3 water pumps, and that was enough to fill the storage that we had. 2 of these is equivalent to 3. Plus, I want to do the maths at some point with the fact that I do an 18-hour day for the beavers, not a 24-hour day. But I can't do that in my head at the moment, so yeah. But I'm eventually going to put in 5 along here, because that's going to give us the ability to fill up a lot of capacity. So the next thing that I want to unlock is these guys, which is 600. At some point soon, I do want to get to the number cruncher, but that's a lot of science. A lot of science. But it becomes free science, and free science is good. So at the moment, how are we doing on juice? We've got lots of apple juice. A reasonable supply of beet juice now, so I think we can maybe consider a few more houses. I am a little bit annoyed that I built this where I built it, because it is taking up the green grass of home. But we've got plenty of food, so that's okay. We can probably pause our grill again. So how our food storage is looking. I'm sorry that I keep checking this stuff. So apples are good. Apple juice is good. We can switch you to be apple juice as well. Corn is okay. Apples are okay. Berries are nearly full. Grilled corn is full. Radishes are nearly full. Tomatoes are okay. The beets is the problem. And we need to plant less radishes and more beets. So let's come in here, unplant this radish crop, and we will swap that to be beets. We will get beets planted in here, because that's what they were intended to be. But yeah, as these get harvested, we will swap them over. And we need to somehow craft another layer of storage up here. Yes. Or start working down here on more storage. We've got some beets, actually. We've got some beets. That's good. I could maybe switch you back, because our apple juice storage is full. So let's switch you back over to not tomato juice, beet and radish juice. We'll get that processed, get that tank filled back up. How much was that large water tank, folks? Because I've forgotten. 600 science. So I think what I'll do is I will come back when we've got that built. Let's put in the next one, because we have the resources for the next one. Let's make sure that's prioritized. Let's make sure it is set to pause, unpause, pause. Yeah, I'll come back when we've got the science to put in the large water tanks. I have had a thought. I'm merrily building away these automated water pumps. I am going to put the last one in. But it did occur to me, switch that one around till we get explosives. So this is a lot of power. So we're looking at 75 each. So 75, 150, 300, 425, which is way more than this generates. Now, we could... I'm assuming we know what happens when you assume. Assuming there's a power connection there. There is. So we could get the beavers, and the Emberpelts don't like getting wet, and that's going to be a problem. But we could come in here and put a couple more power wheels or water wheels here. With a bit of and with a bit of cheesification, we could probably we could build that. We can't build that yet, but with a bit of cheesification, I think we could do this. We might try and do. I don't know how much extra power this will generate, but it will be some. And some power is better than none. And actually what we're going to do, because we are intelligent beaver overlords. So my thought is that because these won't always be constantly running, because of things like they will be full at certain points, I'm going to put in a small flywheel so that at the points they're not running, any excess power is stored. And that way, when they can run, they might run more efficiently. But my other plan is that when these guys eventually harvest these freaking radishes around the back here, I might put in an engine. Getting it connected to the power is going to be a bit of a, to the wheel, to the pumps, it's going to be a bit of a faff, but yeah. That is my other thought. So let's prioritize getting those built, and yeah, kind of what I'm thinking. And drought-wise, you know, we're looking at being able to survive very long droughts with our current situation. The other thing is I have put in a medium warehouse for bricks because we seem to be making them really quickly. Oh, we've got 600 sites. Awesome. So once this is done, once they come build this, we've got the logs, please. We can start putting in large warehouses. Not warehouses. Did I pause? Oh, I paused it, didn't I? That's why they're not building it. I paused it so they could build the other things. Large water tanks. So, let's think about how that might look, shall we? And I guess we need to run a path down there. And if we were sensible, we'd probably bung a platform in there. So that became a 3x3 space. And storage, large tank. Yes, please. Can't. I really don't want a platform all the way up there, but we are going to leave that open for the potential to do that in the future, because I could see other ways of achieving that in the future. Wow, I believe the weather's just got really grim outside. So we're going to bung in 2 large water tanks. That's going to add 2,400 to our water capacity. Can now delete you and put that there. Now these are possibly not going to flow optimally because, you know, the water's got the option to go round them, and I didn't want to levy it because, and I could levy it to try and guide it, but I didn't want to, basically. So yeah, but it's going to generate some power, and we'll see how it goes. We realistically, I don't think we need 5 automated water pumps running. But what I might find is that having 5 means that with like hauling and stuff, that actually we get a decent amount of water supply. So I've never used these before. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And as they start harvesting these guys, we will start. Actually, we are getting beets in now, but I am going to plant some beets. And actually, we're going to start wanting storage for beets. Yeah. Yeah. It's a thing. You know the expression. You know the expression. Yeah. Is our doing okay for bricks, let's put it that way. But we're going to start using them now, so that is okay. Right, you're built, so we can now delete. Please tell me they do. So we can now delete you. Let's get those picked up quickly. And then we'll put in the last one. And I'm not sure how much this will generate power-wise, but it'll be a bit extra. And we need to make sure you're set as a supply and prioritized. Beets. What I'm thinking is actually what we might do is have about half of that set to be radishes. It does annoy me that they're not harvesting these radishes, but you know. The apple storage is full. Tomato storage is not full, so you can become apple storage. Beet and radish juice is getting quite full. Berries. Oh, we're out of grilled corn. Get that going. And radish storage is full as well. So I think I can't really move that back one easily because I can't, because I can just put a platform there. So we're going to make a heck of a lot of mess, but we have the technology to clear it up, so it'll be okay. Don't worry, folks. No, can't 250 for large warehouses. Yes. Actually, we can platform all of that in as well, can't we? Let's do that. Large warehouse. There we go. Let's start upgrading our storage, shall we? There we go. So I think you were corn. You were beets. Let's prioritize those. I didn't even look at what we needed to build them, but that's okay. And let's do a medium prioritize on picking up the rubble. That should help, and we'll start building a stack of those. I should really look at unlocking ladders soon. 7 unemployed beavers. Oops. Let's get our plank production up. Let's get our number of haulers up. Let's get more. We've got 4 builders. Farmers are maxed. Science is all unpaused. So yeah, probably out of clay. So suddenly we are okay. Awesome. Yes, I think we can afford to leave the corn grill. That might have been our storage for grilled corn, actually. So, but what I think we do is we come over here and we find we're going to swap you to be grilled corn once the corn warehouse is built, because that way, what we'll do is we'll put in a small warehouse here for grilled corn, set as a supply to act as a buffer. So I'll have a big storage for the raw corn, because the scale up is huge. It's 4-to-1. And that just makes so much more sense. We can now store a lot of beets, which is great. We probably want to build a big one of these for radishes. No, it's not ideal that they're so far. Maybe we could build some down here. That would not be a bad idea, would it? That would not be a bad idea. So if we came in, if we tuck right in the corner here. Actually, let's come back right in the corner, because we can platform that. Like that. Delete that for now. Storage. Large storage. There we go. If we get those in as well, that'll be great. What are we short of? Logs. We're really short of logs. Okay. Yep, we're really short of logs. So what we want to do is plant trees. Big trees. Let's get that planted with oaks. Let's get that all planted as well. Make sure they're marked to be cutted. Yep. Me speak words good. We are going to get to the point where we are limited by what we can do on this plateau, obviously. Quite soon, I want to be heading for this metal deposit. I think that would be a good idea. That's our closest metal deposit. We then have a mine over here, and that's what we want to be getting to. So that's where we want to be headed. But first, I just want to establish the colony as being stable. So, yeah. That's my goal. That's my goal. And if we have to wait a little bit for wood to grow, yeah. I know it's sometimes frustrating when you watch content creators that you have to do that, but such is life, my friends. Such is life. So we've still got some of these radishes that have been sat here forever. And that could just be now because our radish storage is full. So you are going to be for radishes. And we will decide what you are for afterwards. Actually. Science is ramping up again, which is great. We're down to 1.4k water, but we've still got 32 days worth of drought survivalness. Yes, that's a word, drought survivalness. But yeah, I mean, worst case, we could take one of these out, put an engine in here and lose a little bit of planting land. I don't really want to do that, but so I'm going to stop not too long into the temperate season, but I just want to see how effective these are. But we now, I say now have we? Oh, we've got our first large water barrel, so we now have storage for nearly 4,000 water. Great, great. We probably want to start upping our beet and radish juice storage. So I'm actually going to swap one of these to B for beet and radish juice, and then we can get back to producing that. Again, is really good. We're getting through plank, so I'm not going to turn this off, although it is significantly overmatched actually, but that's okay. What we can do is we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. We could take a hauler out and put them in there to make up for the shortfall in power. That would work. Pausing the game would not help with progress. So we've got our corn now. I'm going to set that one to obtain, and then I'm going to come over here, and our corn storage is going to become grilled corn. So it looks like we might have another grilled corn storage. Oh, we have. That's okay. So we survived the drought just fine. And now we get to see how our water pumps work. You should be paused again. Here we go. Really interested to see how these run. So our power grid is there are no. Oh, there is a battery. I was going to say. Why is it saying the batteries are depleted? So it'll take a little while to stabilize, and because we've got this pool here, it's not going to be super perfect. And we have gone from, we are now entirely dependent on automated for our water supply. So this is a big gamble for me, but look at that thing generate water. So this is generating a decent water supply. It is actually occasionally charging the battery, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Water is going up, hopefully. And it says it's going to take 12 days to fill, but I think that's just because we now have a significant water supply. I'm going to prioritize building that big tank. I really want to get that built. And what are we looking for resources for that? We've got bricks, planks and logs. Logs are becoming an issue, but we have a decent sized oak forest for what we are. We could plant some more here, so let's do that. We may as well plant as many as we can. A few birch trees we could cut down there, but really not super stressed about that. We need 6 more logs to get that one finished. And yeah, that water's going up really nicely. That one's full, that one's full, that one's full, that one's not. So that is an issue that people have said, is that, you know, you need the haulers to be emptying these things. Which they're doing, so, yep. And I guess that's why having 5 is a benefit, because when they're sat full, it's okay, and we're getting a bit of battery charge as well. This is working brilliantly. I am so pleased with this. Yeah. No beavers really being used apart from hauling, and we're looking at filling our huge water supply in 3 days. And we've now got 4,000 water storage available to us. Let's throw in another one. Let's prioritize building that. And obviously it's going to be water. But that is a job for next time. So, yeah. That's really good. If we can, yeah, we've literally doubled our water storage. For now, I am not going to be deleting anything until we've made even more significant inroads into our water storage needs. We need to store a lot of water to help with the hydration. I would quite like to deepen this, although with the way we're doing things, there's probably not a great deal of benefit in that. There might actually be benefit in making this less deep, because then we can improve the flow through here. I'm so happy that these are working so well. Just looking for... They do not have an efficiency, I guess, because they don't have a beaver in them, but we're generating more power. So they are sitting quite full, but that's fine. That's fine, because the beavers will wait. I guess if you have bots doing hauling, these things become insane. But yeah, I think we need more farmers. I think we need more farmers. Because we are not clearing all of these crops, and that is frustrating me. So, I think maybe we will move this, or remove this. That does not mean move it again. And get another farmer in, or maybe I'm tempted to put platforms in here. And, because I don't think I need... I was worried about that this wouldn't generate enough, but this seems to be generating a huge amount of water pumping ability. So, yeah. And maybe we put a farmhouse in up here, which will cover quite a bit. Anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Comments, questions, or suggestions below. I am a little bit behind on folks' comments. By the time you see this, hopefully I will have caught up. I do appreciate the comments. So with being out on the road, it's been a bit hard to keep up with everything. So it's one of my jobs when I get home later today is to catch up on my YouTube admin. So yeah, really appreciate all the comments on this new series. Yeah, Thanks to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate your support. And I will see you all next time.